Bill and I both feel that Mike Tyson is definitely going to be the heavyweight champion of the world.
Can Tyson finish this? I think so.
D'Amato, of course. Right hand.
The eyes of the giveaway. Oh, left. The legs have gone.
All of you come get some, because Mike Tyson's out here. He's waiting for you. All come get some.
You ready to hit that? It's the hardest I ever been hit.
It is the hardest here.
The hardest on my whole career, man.
Oh, of course.
Him over.
March 6th, 1985. Empire State Plaza Convention Center, Albany, New York. The main event was world-ranked contender Kevin Rooney, but the buzz in the building wasn't for him. It was for an 18-year-old amateur prodigy on the undercard, a kid with a 15-2 record who'd been hidden away in the Catskill Mountains for years, drilled to perfection by the legendary trainer, Jesse D'Amato.
That's it. See, ain't no way he's going to hit you then, right? And remember, it's always good to throw the punch where you could hit him and he can't hit you. That's what the science of boxing is all about.
Cuss had taken Mike in when he was 13, raised him in his upstate New York home, and told anyone who'd listen that this kid was going to be heavyweight champion of the world. Tonight, the rest of the world was finally going to get a glimpse of what Cuss had been building.
Remember, from the side, you can let that punch go with the worst kind of intention because you know he can't hit you back, so you can throw the bomb with all the power you can generate.
The man chosen as Tyson's first professional opponent was Hector Mercedes, and 0-3 fighter brought in for one job: last a few rounds and give the kid some experience. Tyson walked Mercedes down like a man who already knew how this ended. One minute, 47 seconds. That's all the world needed to see.
Winner in his professional debut at 147 of...
Jesse D'Amato sat ringside watching years of work pay off in under 2 minutes, and word started spreading through the boxing world that something special had just arrived in Albany. Back at the Catskill gym the next morning, there was no celebration. Cuss didn't believe in celebrating opponents like Mercedes. He believed in process. Mike was back on the bag, back on the mitts, back to drilling the peekaboo style Cuss had been perfecting since the 1950s.
You not only got to throw punches, you got to learn how to miss punches. You know what that means?
Because Cuss knew something the rest of the boxing world didn't yet. At the pace they were planning, Mike was going to fight again in 5 weeks, and 5 weeks after that, and 5 weeks after that. Just 5 weeks later, the same building, the same cornerman, the same routine. Trent Singleton walked into the ring on April 10th, 1985, and walked out with one of the shortest professional fights of his life.
There was no great medal to win. The Cubans weren't there, the Russians weren't there.
Tyson came out throwing punches with bad intentions from the first bell.
In white, Trent Singleton in the blue with a gold trim. We're in round one. Well, we didn't get much of a chance to see Tyson.
To his credit, Singleton got back up, but Tyson smelled blood in the water.
Athletic Commission rules, and already, from what little we've seen of Mike Tyson in his pro career, down goes Singleton again, a left hook this time. Dual motion machine so far. This isn't going to go too long. Trent Singleton in all sorts of trouble. We're already in round one. The referee humanely has seen enough.
And again, the referee had seen enough. 2 fights, 2 knockouts. and Tyson's entire pro career had so far lasted less than 3 minutes of actual fighting. By now, word was spreading fast through the upstate New York fight scene. 2 pro fights, 2 first-round knockouts. Total ring time barely over 3 minutes. People who'd been watching amateur Tyson for years were starting to whisper hype about the teenage sensation.
His third fight against Don Halpin, a more experienced boxer, was his first real challenge.
But Cuss wasn't interested in hype. He was interested in matchmaking. And for fight number 3, he wanted Mike to face someone who wouldn't just fold. Someone who'd make him work, make him think, make him solve a problem in the ring instead of just demolishing the man across from him. May 23rd, 1985. 6 weeks after the Singleton fight, Tyson was back in Albany for his 3rd professional outing. And this time, his opponent had other plans. Don Halpin was a tough journeyman from upstate New York who stepped into the ring with one goal in mind: don't get blown out like the first 2.
In a 27-fight career, significantly, not one of those 9 wins has been inside the distance, so he is not going to hurt Tyson.
And to everyone's surprise, he actually managed it.
We know from what we've seen so far, he is not a fighter who throws a lot of jabs. He likes those, just puts out a little left feeler and then comes in swinging behind that. Halpin nicely tucked up, good technique. But these body shots, it's very rare that you will see a fighter stop with a single body shot. What they do is they sap your strength. They will wear you down in later rounds. Left foot forward, as indeed is Halpin. It's probably asking a bit much in a young fighter's fledgling professional career to put him with a southpaw. Seeing a different side of Mike Tyson tonight. It's almost as if his corner have said to him, listen, 27 fights. Tyson has had just the 2. So feel this man out. Give him a little bit of respect. Then you can exploit them. Tyson notably slower than Singleton. Tyson exploded out of his corner for those 2 fights. This, a much more calm, a much more measured approach from this young man. New York City, now fighting out of the Catskills, where his mentor, Customato, has been raising him in the fistic arts. It looks as though, you know, that Halpin's going to get through a round. Tyson down on his heels, and we saw him up on his toes. Extend this a little bit. Don't be in a rush to finish. Good opening round. Good opening round for both boys. Halpin, to his credit, he's come to fight. He's testing his throwing. But Halpin, he's no mug. Good first round. Things expected of Tyson.
Halpin was doing anything to slow the teenager down. It was the first time in his pro career Tyson had been forced to work past the first round, and you could see the frustration starting to build.
Exactly what he's capable of doing. We can see he's a superbly conditioned athlete. Joe Frazier sitting me down and telling me what Muhammad Ali's weakness is. When you watched Ali next time, you realise the truth of what he was saying. So the perfect heavyweight has not been born, because that was a jolting little left hook that shook Halpin right down to his heels. He backs up, tries to hold. Tyson clubs him off again. Tyson just jinking side to side. Good upper body work from Tyson, looking for the opening. Going back to what I was saying about Ali, never missed with a jab, but he is a bit good. And he's starting to get through to Halpin now. Southpaw there for a minute, leading with the right hand, right foot forward. Good right hand again from Tyson. Hasn't quite got his range. The trouble waiting to happen. And who knows what would have happened if he just might be seeing a man who could go on to great things in this.
But unfortunately for Halpin, he was just delaying the inevitable.
The white trim. 2 completed rounds. Tyson has taken them both quite easily. But Halpin, that Hector Mercedes and Trent Singleton, the only 2 opponents who folded inside around, the pair of them haven't managed to do. And you've worked this man out. Open up a little bit now. Snakes out a right. You saw Tyson's head go back there. Score 1 Halpin. Once again, supreme confidence, isn't it? A young man in only his 3rd pro fight, effortlessly switching between orthodox and who, as I've already said, is not going to hurt him. Halpin has never stopped, whether he's ever decked anybody. So he's not gonna hurt Tyson. So got a couple of new moves, because there's a big difference between the gym and the ring, as any pro will tell you. And he hurt Halpin there. He backs it up again. And every now and then, when Tyson gets through with a shot, he really shakes Don Halpin. Tyson himself just holds on. He's backed up himself on the ropes, turns him well. Wily old pro, the chin tucked down, but he gets clipped with the right hand then. He will now starting to double up, hooking off that jab, again fighting out of the southpaw stance, which he's favoring increasingly more in this fight. Pretty quiet. Reacting to the good punch, because, to be quite honest, having seen 2 one-round wins, I'd expected this to follow suit. I'd expected Don Halpin to be another sacrificial victim. Round 4 then. Oh, good short. That's a short snap. Now, Tyson has switched back to orthodox. Maybe Kevin Rooney has said to him, okay, boy, you've had your fun. Now time for business. He measured Mike Tyson in Albany tonight. Good right hand. Halpin down. You create early in the 4th. Can Tyson finish this? I think so. I think so. That's enough.
Halpin got up, but in doing so, signed his own death warrant.
Yeah, here we go. Now this is the punch, the left hook that drives him across the ring. The fight was over then. Bang! That was the punch that...
3 fights, 3 knockouts, all in the same Albany Convention Center, all filmed by Customato's own home crew, because nobody else thought it was worth covering. But the tape from those fights had been making the rounds, passed between matchmakers, promoters, TV producers. And one of those tapes ended up in front of someone at ESPN.
First of all, I'd like to just thank Cus for putting in all the hard work and reaching me to the goal that we're trying to approve right now.
For the first time in his professional career, Mike Tyson was about to be broadcast into living rooms across America. June 20th, 1985, Atlantic City Convention Hall. ESPN was broadcasting their heavyweight tournament that night, headlined by Jesse Ferguson versus Tony Anthony. And the undercard featured a teenager nobody outside Albany had really seen yet. Mike Tyson's national television debut. Ricardo Spain was introduced to America with a 7-0 record, though, as we now know, the producers had inflated it. His real record was 1-0. Fact-checking a fighter's record in 1985 was almost impossible, but it didn't matter. Spain looked the part. Sharp, fit, confident.
1 fight, 1 win.
18 seconds was all it took, and from that moment, the boxing world was hooked.
And the last one, Don Halpin, went over 4 rounds. And Tyson, we've already seen in his brief pro career, hit like a steam hammer. And Ricardo Spain has already found out. Boy, that was quick. It's a very clean look at the eyes. The eyes are the giveaway. Oh, the legs have gone. This is all over. Yes, it is.
I'm in the gym and I'm boxing 10 rounds all the time in the gym. And I'm boxing with good fighters, contenders. And if I could box with contenders and hold my own, I'm most definitely sure I could come in here and box 10 rounds with any man.
Sounds like you're getting your best work in the gym then.
Most likely, yes.
10 days after that ESPN debut, Mike Tyson turned 19 years old. 4 fights, 4 knockouts, and America had just been given a glimpse. But the version of Tyson that showed up over the next 12 months, that was something no one was ready for. Weeks after his 19th birthday, Tyson was back in Atlantic City. This time, a veteran named Michael Johnson was the next man brave enough to stand across from the teenage sensation.
But hold on to your hats. Nobody thinks it's going to go that far. Yep.
Tyson looked electric from the first bell.
Right to the heart.
Quickly want to point out,
I'm glad you pointed it out because down he goes, the left hook. Canvas.
23-pound weight advantage, and he put it all there.
The right.
19-year-olds shouldn't be hitting with that power.
All over. Goodbye.
I hope he's not hurt because that was a brutal, wide-open punch.
He did not have his guard up, and Mike Tyson just...
Tyson was now fighting at a pace nobody could keep up with. His 10th fight in just 7 months. And Robert Coley, a man with 14 wins on his record, came running out of his corner like he actually wanted to be there.
Last fight. And already we can see Tyson giving away height this time.
That enthusiasm lasted about as long as you'd expect.
Away height. He's giving away weight as well, about 7 pounds to Coley. Tyson 5'10". Well, a good 6'3". Left hook, good night.
The fastest teenage KO of his career so far, and he was still just getting started.
There's a mandatory 8. They keep wheeling him out. He keeps knocking him over. Well, that has got to be one of the quickest.
1 week. That's all the rest Tyson needed before he was back in the ring. This time against Sterling Benjamin, a man who'd just gone 7 rounds with Olympic gold medalist Tyrell Biggs.
Last fight, Atlantic City, bit of a come down now.
From the start, Benjamin tried to hide behind the jab, but it wouldn't last.
11th fight. 10 wins, 7 inside round 1. Did I say 7? Make that 8, perhaps, in fight number 11. The count is 5. And Sterling Benjamin just beats the count. On they go. Is he going to make the belt? Somehow, you know, I just kind of doubt it. There's only so much punishment anybody can take. That is the limit of Sterling.
Another fight, another knockout, and the world was taking notice.
You have a sledgehammer, man. You know, when I go down there and feel it, he really hit hard. It's the hardest I ever been hit.
It is the hardest you're ever.
The hardest of my whole career, man.
3 days later, Tyson's world was shattered. Cus D'Amato, the man who raised him, trained him, and turned a troubled kid from Brownsville into the most terrifying teenager in boxing, passed away. 9 days later, Tyson channeled that pain into something violent, stepping into the ring in Houston against the Southern boxing champion Eddie Richardson, a 6'6" fighter who towered over him by nearly a foot.
Contest to see how Richardson.
From the first second, Tyson fought like a man pouring every ounce of grief into his fists.
D'Amato, of course, right hand by Tyson. His belief as we are.
Eddie Richardson said he was going to go after. Serious error in strategy right there.
The assault was relentless.
In 3/4 inch neck, which is approximately the size of actress Shelley Duvall's.
And you certainly see the punching power in
a fellow for whom everybody predicts a great future. If they can find some fights, then.
Mike sent Richardson to the shadow realm, then helped him up like he was his friend.
And now the knockout. A left hook, a la Frazier. And down goes Richardson.
By December 1985, Tyson had only been a professional for 9 months, and he was already running out of men willing to fight him. Sammy Scaff, a tough Kentucky brawler with 13 knockouts of his own, stepped up to the Felt Forum in New York, wearing confidence he hadn't earned.
Pretend, but don't go away.
17 seconds in, Tyson shattered Scaff's nose with a single punch. And from that moment on, it was target practice.
Tyson already coming in, got in a short left hook. There's the big left hook, and that rocked Sammy Scaff early.
It sure did. He's a right hand. He's not over.
Look at the legs. Look at where the power comes from when he bends and gets his body into those punches.
You got to watch this one real close.
Blood coming from the nose of Sammy Scaff already. On the run. Blood just pouring down from the nose of Sammy Scaff.
Tyson does not throw wild punches, Sam.
Big left hook. And there is Scaff.
Scaff went down, the referee waved it off, and Tyson walked away wearing the black trunks that would become his signature for the very first time. 2 days after Christmas 1985, while the rest of the world was still digesting turkey, Tyson was back at the Latham Coliseum for his 15th fight in just 10 months. And Mark Young actually came out swinging, like he believed he had a chance.
Probably miss a Mike Tyson fight. He's a young, strong guy. He jumps right on his opponents. And
Young threw everything he had in those opening seconds.
Because this guy's been a little wild, he's going to get caught with something. That jab pushed him back. Oh, this guy is like a ball of granite.
Awesome. It is absolutely awesome. Just sit back.
Everyone in the arena knew Young was running into trouble.
A low right from Young.
15 fights, 15 knockouts, and 1985 wasn't even Tyson's final form. 1986 started exactly the way 1985 ended, with another body on the canvas. David Jocko was a man who'd beaten an undefeated Razor Ruddock and shared the ring with future champions. And he took the fight for $5,000 because he needed the money to save his family. From the opening bell, Tyson swarmed Jocko from every angle. Three knockdowns in under 2.5 minutes. Jocko took his $5,000, and that was that.
There's a great need for someone that, with the explosive punching power that Mike possesses, to bring back some of that excitement that's been missing in the division for a long, long time.
The hype around teenage Tyson was building across the boxing world. His next victim was Mike Jamison, a crafty veteran with 17 wins, who fancied himself tough enough to go the distance with the teenage destroyer.
Verge of becoming a world-class man. Don't blink. This is round number 1.
Set the pace right from the word go.
Finisher, he's established that early.
As usual, Tyson went in to punish from the start.
A 4th round KO of 7 months.
Yeah, Ken, he has a long road ahead of him. He is a young... Jamison is doing what I think he has to do, and that's keep on the move for those wicked punches he throws. He's connecting very well, though, with some good body shots, hard body shots. Jamison's hands seem to be dropping rather fast, though.
Just 13 days ago. And he had a first-round knockout of Dave Jocko. His next fight. This is the first round. He's trying to finish off Mike.
A good left hook to the body. That's a very good sign that this young fighter is learning with a body.
Jamison now, within 15 seconds of surviving in the black trunks. Figures to be the next heavyweight champion of the world.
Tyson.
He's after him, and that's the end.
Jamison managed to survive, but Tyson didn't stop coming.
Keep this little guy off you.
Here comes Tyson. Jamison battling back right up.
Are wondering now what happens when this young kid that can punch so hard hits. Experience will tell. Everybody's yet to
Los Angeles.
Jamison has suffered a cut affect his vision. I think it was opened with some of those nice uppercuts that Tyson's been throwing when he gets close to him.
1/4 inches. Tyson the strong left to Jamison in round number 2. It has.
Good right hand line. 90% of the time it did hurt him.
The left, the right to the side. Mike Jamison comes out swinging against Mike Tyson. Very, very dedicated. Hit below the belt.
Yeah, a little bit.
Here in the first month of 1986, they're hungry for a new.
The effects of those big punches, such as that good right hand.
Tyson turned it up a level at the start of round 4.
You learn all these little tricks.
Mike Tyson takes 2 steps forward. Let's go with a couple of lefts. Now a right, a left. He's got him down. Mike Tyson.
5 and 6 punches. But Mike Tyson does it.
Here he is again. 19. Trying to extend his record to 17-0.
And he's going about it the right way.
Here he comes. Tyson, who wants to be a finisher like Ray Leonard. For young Mike Tyson.
He's just one tough customer.
The last half minute of the 4th round before he was KO'd. And this is live action in round 5. Mike Jamison, the 31-year-old cover boy, trying to end it here in round number 5.
Jamison is doing at this point what I think he should have been doing from the first. Oh, he just took a right hand to the side.
Jameson was down again, and Joe Cortez had seen enough. By February 1986, Tyson was no longer a secret. He was on the cover of Ring magazine, and now he was headlining on national television. Jesse Ferguson was no pushover either. 14 wins, 10 knockouts, a man who'd outpointed Buster Douglas and knocked out Reggie Gross. This was the first real test of whether the hype was real.
And it has been kind to Mike Tyson. Here we go. He is...
From the opening bell, Ferguson proved he was different from the journeyman Tyson had been destroying.
Longer than have some of Tyson's 12 first-round knockout victims. But now, Tyson got an uppercut through...
One of the things that makes Tyson so special, he threw a tremendous left hook, missed with it, and didn't go off balance. Always in position to punch.
Ferguson landed one good left. We'll be back. In Troy, New York, Jesse Ferguson stepping out of his corner in the red.
Now we're told that it's Tyson getting through the guard.
Not be an inadvisable strategy. Tyson only
him with an opponent that just grabbed him and looked to survive, and he really didn't keep his concentration.
Against Mike Tyson. And Jesse Ferguson.
Event.
Round after round, the boogeyman absorbed vicious combinations that would have crumbled lesser men.
No one in the arena believed before this began that it would go to a decision. You mentioned, of course, the relationship to Patterson, both Miller, that there is really no direct comparison in style between the two fighters. In control. Two fighters, one named Don Halpin, another...
By the fourth round, Tyson had seen enough of this survival act.
Heavyweight fight between Mike Tyson and Jesse Ferguson. Tyson. And immediately following the bell, Mike Tyson delivered...
It's difficult to judge the motivation of a fighter, but...
Then in the fifth, Iron Mike unleashed absolute hell.
I think he respects Ferguson. And he's just...
A TKO defeat, not a decision. Was in trouble in both the first and 10th rounds, and now he's in trouble here. Blood coming out from the nose, put him down. 6, 7, 8, up at 9.
I think that uppercut broke Ferguson's nose, Jim. He is in desperate trouble. He will not last much longer. Rivera almost stopped it there. Mike Tyson's known as a great finisher. Let's see how he does with Ferguson.
Ferguson gamely hanging in, having trouble covering up. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Time as a professional Tyson's ever been in this round.
He's going to have to get in there and force him apart.
Another left.
Oh.
Can't say I blame him.
The only thing Rivera can do is what he just did. Give him a warning, maintain a little bit of distance so that he's going to take a point. He's disqualifying him. He disqualified Jesse Ferguson.
Tyson had just passed his biggest test yet, and the whole country watched it happen. By March 1986, Tyson was 19 fights deep with 19 knockouts, a perfect record that was becoming harder to believe with every fight. Steve Zuski was a tough veteran from Massachusetts who'd never been knocked off his feet in 34 professional fights.
And round number 1 is underway.
From the start, Tyson turned Zuski into his personal punching bag.
Disgusted that Zowski looked ready to fall. What a body shot with the left hand.
His jab is just an awesome weapon, but it beat him on a 10-round decision and hit him with his best shots and couldn't take him off his feet. Mike Perkins, Benny Canosi, but he's never been in there. There's no question Tyson can punch. And his stamina, I think that was tested against Jesse Ferguson back. Tyson, the veteran Arthur Marquette, solid right hands and stand there, and just to get in the center of this 18-foot ring and keep moving. Zalski with a solid right hand off the head of Tyson.
Zewski tried to scrap it out.
I'd say right now has as good a chin as any heavyweight in the division now. And survive the first round, although it's not over. And we're heading to the bell. The round card girl is still stepping down. Tyson comes out just about the same as their first fight, with Foreman winning on a TKO. Zalski doing what he can to Tyson moves in and smacks it. That time was a short left hook to the head. Today he weighed in at 220.5 pounds, 210. Standing directly in front of Zalski.
Mike wanted to be the first man to put Zewski down.
Doing an admirable job throwing back, catches Tyson with two right hands coming in and a left hook. A solid combination by Tyson, who rarely opens up with a solid combination of about 6 blows. Zalski, and it looks like Zalski will get through another one. Still New York. He took on rated contender Jesse Ferguson. Converted southpaws, Jerry Cooney included. Many of those Tyson is not one of them. Tyson just bodied by Mike Tyson, who looks to be just getting some real heavy live sparring in there. Got Zalski in big trouble against the rope, but Tyson lays back, because Tyson is an outstanding finisher. If you risk getting head-butted or maybe taking a thumb in the eye, but not tonight, take the thumb in his glove. There's a solid right uppercut to Tyson's head. With about 20 seconds to go, and there is a solid shot.
Tyson called it his worst performance ever, which tells you everything you need to know about the standard this kid was holding himself to at 19. In June 1986, Tyson stepped into Madison Square Garden for the first time, the mecca of boxing. Across from him stood Reggie Gross, a dangerous puncher from Baltimore who'd knocked out a future world champion and had absolutely no fear of the young destroyer. Gross came out swinging with everything he had. Then, when Gross paused for a split second, Tyson made him pay. Madison Square Garden had officially met the future of heavyweight boxing. This was it, the last time the world would see Mike Tyson fight as a teenager. Standing across from him was William Hosea, a man who had no idea he was about to be the final name on the most destructive teenage resume in boxing history.
Have gone the full 10-round trip. So, is this going to follow suit? Mark you, Reggie Gross only lasted one.
Hosea actually caught Tyson clean with a left hook early on, and Tyson didn't even blink.
Tyson's 23rd professional fight, 22 unbeaten streak. And Hosea, well... Oh, no, that was just a slip. James Tillis was the first man to take him the distance, and Blood Green at Madison Square Garden was the second in the next fight. But Tyson answered any questions about the stamina. First 3 minutes, and he's adding the jab maybe to his armory now. We didn't see that punch finisher.
Then Tyson went to work on rounding off his teenage years in style.
Good right uppercut. And once again, the legs twitch. Hosea in trouble. And down.
Just like that, the teenage chapter was closed. If you enjoyed this video, watch what happened when Mike turned 20. He didn't slow down. Thanks for watching.